Hello everybody. I am in the studio all day today, which is lovely because we are about to launch on Friday the 26th of May. I don't know where that month's gone. I think last time I thought about it, it was like February. Anyway, we're filming for our next Digital Craftorium USB, so the education for it. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a back history to why we're doing this USB. So during lockdown, some of you will remember on Create and Craft TV that I used to do occasional signature collections, and Stephanie said to me, what do you fancy doing? And when we went to Cadence, I'd really enjoyed using the structure paste with stencils. So I said to her, right, what if we do layers of stencils? So one full image, and then we layer up different layers so you get different heights and depths and dimensions. So she said, right, try it, see what happens. So our lovely Lauren, who's one of our graphic designers, came up with this orchid design. Okay, so we did that. We had it cut professionally out with a laser cutter so that we could use a thick mylar, because when you're using paste, you want something that's quite rigid. And what we did was we positioned it with our Cadence spray, stencil spray onto a canvas, and I pasted right through. So I got the whole image, and that gave me everything that I needed on there. Then I let it dry. Then we cleaned the stencil and put the first stencil back in place. So then the level of that first stencil was at the level of the structure paste. But then we took a second stencil that had this bit missing, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and these, and that. So it had still the orchid, but with some parts missing. So we built up these areas here to make them thicker. So you put first stencil back on, second stencil back on top, paste again, lift it vertically, and you get another layer. And then we did a third layer. So we just picked out certain petals and we went in and did a third layer. And although this looks completely flat, if I just tip it long, I'm going to tip it this way first so that you can see one layer there. So you'll see that this layer is quite thin, but as we go up like a step. So you'll see if I run my finger across there, when I get to here, it lifts up. So you've got all this depth and dimension. And if I just do it that way for you, you'll see then that it's much thicker over here, which is fabulous. Then things happened during lockdown. We were all really busy. We were doing our other things, and we never really got to do much more with this process. And then layering stencils started to appear again, but with ink and paint and things like that. So I thought, you know what, why don't we take this concept and let's do something for the scan and cut, because it's important that for, you know, all those people that are buying dies and embossing folders, that's amazing. And if that's your thing, fabulous. But I never want the scan and cut customers to kind of be behind everybody else. So we looked at doing a USB. So this is what we're launching on Friday. We have a sneak peek of it on Craft Extra at 2 p.m. on Friday the 26th of May. But we also then have our proper launch of the Weekender at 8 p.m. on Friday evening. Then I've got 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Saturday and 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Sunday. So plenty of opportunity for me to be able to show you exactly what's on this USB. So let me show you the different compositions that we came up with first of all. So I worked with Lauren and we did, first of all, the gerbera. So you will get this foliage, but all this bit will be complete. So you'll have a whole, almost like a circle of foliage. And then what I'm going to teach you is how you can position your flowers in the center, or you could move them slightly over to the right or slightly up or slightly to the left, or turn them upside down and do all that kind of thing with them. So that's the gerbera daisy. So these 6 that I'm showing you now is what is on the USB. So you've got that one. Then you've got the peonies, which are lovely. So before you put the peony in it, all this will be foliage, and then you'll position the peony over the top. I'm going to show you how to do that. When I'm saying you're positioning it over the top, I'm talking digitally. So you've got your peony on there. Then you've got your roses, which I have to say is one of my favourite ones. And I love this. And this is our washi tape that I've just drawn on and used the draw fill function on the scan and cut to create this strapping across the middle with the sentiment on. Then we've got our lovely sunflower corner. Okay, so we've got a corner there. We've then got our lovely oval wreath with our lily at the bottom. and then we have our circular wreath with our hydrangea in. Okay, so those are the files that you're getting on your USB. What we then also did was split everything down. So we took, for example, these 3 lily heads, completed them and separated them. So if you wanted to just take one lily head, cut it out of your Mylar several times and create a background, you can absolutely do that as well. So we split everything, all the foliage and all the florals are all split. So you can then also use them for creating your own stencils if that's what you want to do, or creating backgrounds. So just to go through that again, you've got your circular wreath here, you've got your oval wreath, you've got your corner, you've got another almost like a circular one with your roses. You've got 2 with your peony, so 2 borders, 1 top and bottom, and you've also got your gerbera and your foliage. But what if we could put the sunflower in there, or the gerbera in there, or the hydrangea in there, or the roses in there, or the lily in here, or the hydrangea in here? What if we can mix and match them all? Well, that's exactly what you can do. So you're buying the cutting files. We will also have Mylar on the show, and we've selected a really good quality Mylar that's just the right thickness for cutting on all scan and cuts. And as we go through this education, there'll be a little section and showing you how your settings that you need for your machines. And any sentiments that you see on here are also on the scan and cut. So I've tried to make it as user-friendly as possible. So that's a little brief introduction as to where the idea came from and now how we're putting it into practice on the USB. So the next thing I'm going to show you is we're going to go on to our scan and cut, and I'm just going to show you how to navigate around the USB itself. So come back in a minute and we'll carry on. If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.